Hello everyone. Hello. I'm Agathe and I work for Giant School and Friends. I hope you can hear me. So if you can hear me, you can write me something on the chat just to say hello if it's okay for you. And I will continue the webinar. Can you write something on the chat, please? If you can hear me, just to know if I can follow the webinar. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm going to start the webinar. So I'm Agathe and I work for Giant School in France. Today we will see how to apply for the Masters in Engineering in France through Giant School in France. So just to recap, today we will discuss the introduction to Giant School in France and the introduction to ESIEE Paris, which is an engineering schools in France. Then we will see the programs that ESIEE Paris offers to the students, and then also the career opportunities that I think it will be interesting for you to know which job you can have after doing a master in engineering in France, and then also all the requirements to do a master's in France. And especially masters in engineering, and of course the benefits to join a masters in France. And if you have some questions, you can write me something on the chat and I will do my best to answer it on the chat in live. And I will write you the email address because my colleagues Metap and Nancy, I don't know if you know them already, but they are specialized in the students' questions, and they will do their best to answer your questions also. So you can write an email at Join a School in France at cc-paris-fr. Join School in France. This is the email address on the chat if you have more questions before, after the webinar. So now, and just to recap, Giant School in France for more than 30 years recruits international students for top-ranked schools in France. We have numerous programs. For example, we have engineering programs at ESIEE Paris. Then we have also management programs and fashion programs in numerous schools in France. And we are here to help international students to build and to do an online application in order to integrate one of the schools. So if you are here today, I think you are specialized in engineering schools, and it's perfect because I will present ESIEE Paris. ESIEE Paris is a school of the Chamber of Commerce in Paris, because Giant School in France is a part of the Chamber of Commerce in Paris, and this is a real opportunity for students because, and especially for international students, because we are working with many companies and we are close to the companies, to the industry, and we are in this universe, in this business universe. And you know, in France we have a lot of international companies and big companies such as Renault, Nissan, and there are companies really specialized in the engineering industry. So it can be really an advantage and an opportunity for you. Also, of course, this is French schools. ESIEE Paris was created in 1994, so it's an old school, and there is a lot of students, international students, who want to study in this school each year. So you have more than 2,000 students and more than 250 international students per year. And which is important, that it's that the diploma is recognized by the CTI. So of course, ESIEE Paris offers numerous masters. The different masters are, we will see the different programs after. And concerning the tuition fees, it's around 80,100 euros per year. For example, I think this price is quite high, but comparing to the tuition fee, for example, in the USA or in other countries in the world, it's not too much expensive, and you have a great opportunity to have a great job and a great qualification, and also a great great courses. So we will see this in details with all of the programs that ESIEE Paris offers. You have 5 Masters of Engineering programs proposed by ESIEE Paris. So the Master of Science and Management of Technologies, Information Systems. Also another one that is the International Master of Computer Science for Intelligent Systems. And the other one, the last one, is the International Master of Electronics. So this master's is quite special because we have 3 more parts in this International Master of Electronics. We have International Master of Electronics, Wireless Communications, Micro Nanotechnologies, and Networks and Internet of Things. So you can choose between these 3 specialties. Sorry. So now we will see the programs in details. So for the first one, the Master of Science of Management and Technologies, you have for the program structure, as you can see, at the first the first year. So during the first semester and the second semester, you have courses, general courses. Then the second year, you have 6 months internship plus the master's thesis. And I let you take into account all of the criteria within this master's. For example, you have management of technology and information system management, French Touch, and the definition of this master's. So don't hesitate to ask your question. I'm here for you. And if you have special questions that I can answer, because I'm not specialized in engineering, but I do my best, don't hesitate to write your questions or to write an email at Join School in France, and we will do our best to answer. Then the second program is the International Master of Computer Science for Intelligent Systems. So hello, thank you. So the second program, International Master of Computer Science for Intelligent Systems, the program structure is for the first year you have courses plus 3 months internship, or for example you can create your project, you can work on your personal project, professional project, sorry. And the second year you have courses also, and plus 6 months internship. So you can see that you are really in the business world, and you can do your proof. You can prove that all that you will study thanks to this internship. Of course, they are paid. It's paid internship. It's really important. So you can do your study in France. I think the price of your study is less expensive, and also you have an internship that is paid. So you have all of the advantages to go to ESIEE Paris. So I think you know better than me. Within this International Master of Computer Science for Intelligent Systems, you have intelligent vehicle, smart home, smart camera, digital health. It's the type of what you can learn within this masters. And for the last one, this is the International Master of Electronics. So you, as I said before, you have wireless communications, micro nanotechnologies, and networks and Internet of Things. So for the Masters of Electronics, you have common compulsory courses, so it's mandatory, and they are common to these three specialties. So within these courses, you will have sensors and conditioning circuits, analog circuits, fundamentals of MEMS, system fundamentals, introduction to robotics. It can be really interesting, and I hope it will be what you will choose. So for the program structure, for the first year, you will have courses, always, and the second year, courses plus 6 months internship. Exactly the same model. You have in each master's, even if the master's you will choose, you will have an internship, and it's a paid internship. I insist on this fact because it's not it's really important to have a paid internship within the program, within your study program, and because it's another line on your resume, and it will be an international experience, and it's an advantage for you. Then, so if you want to do the Master of Electronics, you will have the three elective. You will have to choose one of the three elective domains: wireless, micro nanotechnologies, or networks and Internet of Things. For example, for the wireless communication, you will have digital communications, microwave circuits, electromagnetic modeling for circuits and packages, antennas design. I don't know if you understand really well. I think you understand better than me because I'm more management than engineering. But management and engineering can be really complementary. For the micro nanotechnologies, you will have some courses about fabrication and modeling of MEMS, materials and nanomaterials, energy harvesting for autonomous sensor, fundamentals of microfluidics and analytic chemistry. And for the last one, the networks and Internet of Things, you will have connected objects, wireless networks, prototyping, Internet of Things, introduction to robotics. So it's for the future, and I think that ESIEE Paris really well prepared to the future and to the job of the future. And thanks to this internship, you will have the opportunity to exerce, to work on what you've learned. So now some key figures about the career opportunities. I think it's really important to insist on the fact that you have a job, a lot of example of job industries, and you can do what you want when you do a master's in engineering, because you have you have the science part, you have the information systems part, you have also the virtual part, and it's an advantage for the future, because our world is evolving all the time, and it's moving, it's changing, and we need a lot of engineers like you, and to reinvent, to have a lot of ideas about new jobs. And France is the perfect country to do your proof, to do your experience, for your international experience, because I think that when you will say, oh, I was working at Dassault Systems, I was working at L'Oréal, because, for example, in the perfume industry, in the cosmetic industry, we need engineers to elaborate some cream, some specialty for the skin, and we need you. So and in France we have a lot of industries and a lot of beautiful companies that can that need international talents like you. And that's why the Chamber of Commerce and Giant School in France are working together, because we want to be part of this network, of this how to say, of this beautiful business network. And it's an international business network, and you will be part maybe of this beautiful network, and to have the opportunity to enter in one of these beautiful companies after you to do a master's in engineering at ESIEE Paris. I hope for you. So then the process. So if you want to do a master's in one of these masters at ESIEE Paris, you just have to go on our website. That is jointhesschoolinfrance.com. You go on the website jointhesschoolinfrance.com. Then you select the program. The program is the program in engineering, because as I said, Join the School in France works with management programs, engineering programs, and fashion programs. So you have to select your special programs, that is engineering programs. Then you will have to fill out a form with your personal data, with your some key figures about you, and then to submit all your documents. So concerning the documents, you just have to upload your diploma, your academic transcripts regarding corresponding to your diploma, a photo, 2 recommendation letters. Concerning the recommendation letters, we prefer 2 academic recommendation letters, but if you don't have it, you can have 1 recommendation, 1 academic and 1 professional, but it's better to have 2 academic recommendation letters. Then you have to upload your resume and an identity card, your passport or something else, but an identity card. For the delay, it's important to respect the delay, because the process is that why applying through Giant School in France? Giant School in France is the link between you and the school. So we are here to make your application as best as possible. We are here to help you to build, to upload, to do your online application, and also to exercise you, to train you, to have an interview with ESIEE Paris. So you can call us to have some information, to have some tips, to have some advice, to do your ESIEE Paris interviews. So to respect the delay, it means that when you will complete all your online application, so uploaded your documents and all is perfect on your online application, we will examine your application. If all is okay, we will tell you, okay, your application is okay, so now we will send it to ESIEE Paris. Then we will send all the application every 10th of each month until June 10. So each month, each 10th, we will send the new online application. So for example, now we are December 19. So January 10, you can start your online application. We will do our best to say, okay, we need another one recommendation later. Maybe you can write. You can add another one photography of you. You can you please add your academic transcripts, and then we will send, if all is okay, we will send your application on January 10th. I hope it's clear for you. Don't hesitate to ask me your question. I hope it's really clear, because I don't know if I'm not too boring. And then you, if the interview, if the online application is recognized by ESIEE Paris, if ESIEE Paris wants to know more about you, ESIEE Paris will contact you directly to do an interview. Okay, so this is the process. So it's not really complicated, and but it's the process. I need B2 level for university. Yes, we ask for a specific level. Of course, you need to speak English, but French is not mandatory, and you have to speak to have a good level, because we will test you in English. It's really important to speak English. Ferry, I suggest you to write an email at Join School in France to my colleague, and she will ask you. Join School in France. I suggest you to write this email, and because I think that B2 is correct, it's good, but I don't know if it's really correct. I think it's good, but I'm not specialized in engineering, and my colleagues, I think they are well prepared to that, because sometimes they call international students to do the first interview, to prepare our international students to do the real interview with ESIEE Paris. So they test the English level, and if you want to do that, they can call you, and they can have a phone call with you, and try to speak English with you, and they will tell you if it's okay for you or not. The minimum, there is no minimum of age. So, and university is in only Paris. Sorry, do you mean that do you want that if it's located in Paris? Because ESIEE Paris is located in Paris, indeed. But this is the only school that we have specialized in engineering. Yes. Where are you? And what's your city? What's your city? I don't know if it's okay, but there is no problem if you're not in Paris, because just to know, this webinar is organized for international students. Cendrieux, I don't know Cendrieux. I don't know where it is. Is it near Paris? Maybe in the Île-de-France? I don't know. So just to go back to the presentation, it's just one application, and it's really important that your diploma, which will be recognized in your country, because you have to. It's really important to have a bachelor degree or the equivalent to apply for ESIEE Paris, to apply for a master's in engineering. If you don't have a bachelor degree or the equivalent, your application will not be considered, will not be selected. And the diploma of your bachelor degree, your diploma must be recognized in your country. It must be an international diploma. And there is no minimum of age. You can apply even if you have 30 and if you have 28, whatever. There is no minimum of age, and you have to speak English, and we will test your level of English, your English level. I hope it's quite clear for you. Just to precise this, the online application is free, so you don't have through the Giant School in France. For example, for management, for the Masters in Management, we ask for students to pay 190 euros. And for the engineering programs, it's free. You don't have to pay that. And so now, if you have any questions, I'm here for you. And 7 hours with car to Paris. 7 hours is quite, it's really far, but maybe you can ask for. Yes, I have to mention that if you. I don't know if you know, for a scholarship, etc. If you need some details about how to go to France, how to do with the visa, you have to go to Campus France. Campus France is the French organism. Campus France. Maybe you probably have a Campus France in your country and in your city. If you are in a big city abroad, you probably have a Campus France. Campus France is where there is an embassy, the French embassy, the French Institute to learn French, and it's where they give you the visa. And then they have a lot of information about scholarship, about the way of the French way of life, about the schools, and they know us very well. So you can say, I want to do a master's in engineering through Giant School in France, and generally they know us. So there is no problem. You can contact us, you can write them an email, and also you can directly go to Campus France in your country and to ask for the visa and for the scholarship, etc. And maybe to have a room, maybe to rent an apartment, for example. They have some tips to give you. So don't hesitate to ask me your question. And so just another one, Muhammad, Sami. I'm waiting for your questions, and then I will have to go. Oh, you can write. If you have some questions, it's okay. And you can stay 5 minutes more. Sorry, Lewis, just to answer your questions, in fact, all the courses are taught in English. It's only in English. Yes, that's why French is not mandatory and English is absolutely mandatory. All the courses are taught in English. It's an international program, so it's for international students, so I don't need to learn French language. No, absolutely not. No, it's B2 level in English, but not in French. French is not mandatory. Okay, for everyone, you don't have to speak French. It's for international students. That's why we are the link between you and the school, because we help international students to have access to French schools, even if the program is for international students. So there is no problem. All the courses are taught in English. Okay. and my colleagues will test your English level, not your French level. Don't worry. But if you want to, you can learn French too, but it will just be a bonus. It's not mandatory. So don't hesitate to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn to have an international network. It's really important to help our community, our international community to grow, and we must have yields of English level. Yes, of course you have to. We need a scholarship to get it. ESIEE Paris, I think that ESIEE Paris offers EFL scholarship, but the process is to apply, and then they will see if you have all the criteria to have this scholarship. But I don't want to make a mistake, but I think that ESIEE Paris offers EFL scholarship. Don't hesitate to write your question on Join a School in France at ESIEE Paris EIDF.fr. Join a school in France at ESIEE-Paris-EDF.fr. Okay, and don't hesitate to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and for the next week we will have Instagram, and I hope you will be really active on this social media. So we are really active. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. I have to go, so I hope it was clear for you. Don't hesitate to ask your questions to my colleagues. Metap. So the name of my colleagues, Metap or Nancy. So you can write an email to Metap and Nancy through Join a School in France, and they will answer you as possible. We are here to help you to go to France and to do a master's in engineering, and it will be a pleasure to have the opportunity to welcome you in France. So don't hesitate. I hope it was a good moment for you, and that it was clear, even if my accent is so bad. But I think it's okay for you, and I hope to see you next week. Next week, for example, we are on holidays. So if you have an application, we will be on holidays from December 21st to January 2. Okay, so if you have some questions, it's now and or in 2 weeks. How long do we have to confirm the acceptance when we receive the first confirmation? To confirm the acceptance. Can you be more precise? How long do we have to confirm the acceptance? The acceptance of after the interview. Okay. After the interview, it's direct. Sorry, I can't say. It is directly with ESIEE Paris. So you will see that with them, but you have some steps to do before that, and then you will see directly with ESIEE Paris. If you do a good interview, they will say, okay, it's okay for us, and then they will tell you what's the moment to reflect, to think about the proposition. Okay. So thank you, and I wish you good luck for your application, and I hope you will start an online application through Join a School in France, and we will do our best to answer your questions. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Bye bye.